G'day guys, I'm Donnie, we're Pistenbroke, and you guys are watching Andrew and Shane on the Hard Rock Show. Get into it!
Hi, I'm Shane.
I'm Andrew.
And as our friends from Pistenbroke just told you, you're watching the Hard Rock Show.
Thanks, guys.
Straight into the hard rock happenings because we've got a hell of a lot to get through.
And no time. No time this time around.
So I've got a couple of bits of news, and I know you've got some as well.
So we'll just throw them out there straight off the bat.
First up is the DJ Sid Wilson from Slipknot has just released his first solo album. It's called Sid.
Yep.
And he's actually handling the vocal duties on it as well.
That'll be interesting.
Yeah, haven't heard any of it yet. It's produced by Ross Robinson. I'm going to check it out.
Yeah, no, that'll be interesting for sure.
Yeah. I'm not sure. He also goes by the moniker of DJ Starscream, I believe it is.
Okay.
So he does a bit of DJing stuff. Aside from Slipknot, he's worked with Slipknot. But I'm not sure whether any of that influence is going to come into this album or not.
Okay.
So,
well, we'll wait and see.
Wait and see.
Yeah. All right, my one is Mick Mars, Motley Crue fame, has tweeted that he's now going to be working with Twiggy Ramirez, or has already begun working on a new project with Twiggy Ramirez. So stay tuned for more details on that, because I reckon that'll be an interesting mix.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And as I said to you earlier, it's funny because Nicky Six just did a Facebook post last night about how he's open to the idea of working with Lady Gaga. So
yeah, it's a lot of collaborative stuff going around at the moment.
Yeah.
So and we're going to be talking about one of those actually later on in the episode.
Yes.
But anyway.
Next, Ace Frehley is about to release his memoirs on the 1st of November.
Yep.
I think that's going to be a very, very interesting read. We've talked about a few books that are coming up, but this is one that I'm definitely going to wrap my hands around because I think
if anyone's got some stories to tell, it's going to be him for sure.
Yeah, plus I don't know. It's going to be a good book, I reckon.
Yeah, it'd be hard. Well, anything with the Kiss brand has gone pretty well, so it's pretty hard to imagine this one.
And it's everywhere.
Yeah, well, that much is apparent, isn't it?
Yeah. But yeah, definitely, I'll be getting a copy of that and giving it a read.
Yeah, cool. All right, now this is a little bit interesting. William Shatner, yes, the one of Star Trek fame. Yes, good old Captain Kirk. He's doing a covers album called Seeking Major Tom, which is due out on October the 2nd. Now, the first single of that is a cover of the classic Iron Man.
From Black Sabbath.
From Black Sabbath, yeah. So that is going to be very strange. It's hard to imagine Captain Kirk doing I Am Iron Man, but we'll see what comes out of it. It's not his first venture into music and stuff. He's been doing it for a while now.
A long time, and it's not his first venture into metal music either.
No.
It's yeah, he's a strange man. I love him.
Yeah, no, he's good. He's got a lot of talent though, so we'll have to wait and see what comes out of this one. So I'll be waiting for that one. I reckon I'm going to check that on.
Definitely.
Yeah.
New single from Megadeth, which is called Public Enemy Number 1.
That's the one.
Is available now on iTunes. It comes off the band's next album, which is called 13, which is going to be available on November 1st. So definitely get yourself a copy of Public Enemy Number 1 off iTunes.
That'll be cool. I reckon that album's going to kick ass too, so I'm waiting for that one.
I'm not a big fan of the title, and not a big fan of the artwork either, but I think the content is going to be worth it.
Well, they're consistent as hell, so it should be good.
Definitely.
Now, this is a story about one of your personal favourite characters out there in the world. We both have a lot of love for this guy. Sebastian Bach. Never one to stay out of the headlines for long, I imagine.
No.
He's just basically followed in Dave Grohl's footsteps, I guess, and thrown a fan out of his own gig. Now, they were doing I Remember You, and it was during the solo, and he was basically... There's a video on YouTube, so go hunt it down, of him looking at stage left or something and pointing at him going, you get over here, get the out of here, and basically telling security I want him out of here or I'll get him out of here myself and stuff. This is all during the solo for I Remember You. As soon as the solo is done, the song comes back in. He doesn't miss a beat, jumps back into the song while security take care of business for him. So
he's a pro.
You got to give him that much. So there's no news out there as to why this all came about and what triggered it, but whatever, it's Sebastian Bach. I'm pretty sure he can just about do whatever the hell he wants.
He can do whatever the hell he wants. Love him.
So yeah, there you go. Take that for what it's worth, folks.
Okay, we've got 2 new releases this week that we want to talk about. First one, Anthrax, Worship Music.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Oh.
First album with Joey Belladonna in 25 years or something like that.
Ridiculous, yeah.
And the trouble that they've gone to make this album with, I think his name was Dan Nelson.
Yeah.
They recorded the album with him a few years ago, and then he bailed on the band, and they had to re-record the entire album. It's been worth the wait.
Oh yeah,
because this one will melt your face off if you let it.
Yeah, this is awesome. This one is really good. I was listening to this and just sort of jotting down. Okay, I like this track. And there were so many tracks to like. It was just insane. Trying to pick a few ones that really stand out is really hard on this album.
Yeah, definitely. But my favourite is the single "Fight 'Em Till You Can't."
Yep.
And I also love the track "Judas Priest."
My top 2 off of this one will be "I'm Alive" and. Sorry, I'm looking at my notes here. In the End. That's the one I want. Those 2, I reckon, for me, stand out a lot more. So,
well, it's a great album. Check it out.
For
like
sure.
I said, it's been worth the wait.
Yeah.
Alice Cooper.
This one's different.
Welcome to My Nightmare.
Yeah.
It's finally out. We've been waiting for it for a while.
We have. We covered this one first, I don't know, a long time ago. Yeah.
I love it.
I do too. And I reckon it's, as far as albums go, a really diverse thing. You will not get bored listening to this in any way, shape or form.
The last few Alice Cooper albums have had a bit of a more metal feel to them. This one goes right back to his roots, but still retains a bit of that modern sort of feel as well. But there's a song on there with Keisha.
Yep.
R&B artist, I believe.
Pop artist.
Whatever.
What Baby Wants.
Apparently, you were saying a lot of people have been giving this song
flack. That's the impression. That a lot of people are surprised that Alice Cooper has picked Keisha to work with. Now, okay, I understand why people are surprised, but if you listen to the track, fuck me, it's awesome. I love it, to be honest. I reckon it's great. And I reckon if you take the time to listen to this track, disregard the fact that it's Keisha, just take the song on its merits, it's awesome.
It is a very cool track. I think a lot of people probably felt the same when Fergie worked with Slash.
Exactly.
And that track is...
Oh, I love that track.
Brilliant. So give it the time and have a listen to it, and it'll grow on you and you'll like it. I like it a lot.
I love it.
I also love the single again, I'll Bite Your Face Off.
Yep.
That song just kicks ass.
Yep.
And The Congregation, featuring Rob Zombie on backing vocals.
That's the other one that I love as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I love that track as well. There's something about that song, the riff, the rhythm in it. It just, it's good. That's one of the more heavy sort of riff songs on the album. But yeah, like you said, this one goes right through to his early days and then goes really experimental as well. There are songs with obvious auto-tuning being done in it and stuff, but it's a different take on everything he's done.
Bit of a disco feel.
Yeah, that disco.
Another track that I really love on it is Caffeine, actually.
Yeah, that's a good one.
The second track on the album.
Yeah.
So definitely check that one out as well.
A lot of highlights.
Well, that's it for the releases and the Hard Rock Happenings.
Yeah.
Now we're going to take a look at our good friends Fastrack's video clip for Steal the Show. So enjoy.
Anybody out there listening in? rising and you're overcome. You're never gonna break me. Turn around, this new wind coming. Rush down, taking everything. Hear a stand screaming, someone stop me. You won't bring me down. Rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. We'll start our show. Rock and all I know is rock and rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll. We'll start our show. Rock and all I know is rock and roll. Rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and roll, rock and that's all I know is rock and roll.
All right, we're back. That was Steal the Show from Fastrack.
Very cool clip. Very cool bunch of guys. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
And they're actually going to be playing some shows with an iconic Australian band,
Yes.
Rose Tattoo.
Yes.
So a lot of other great local bands.
Yes.
From Overdrive, Bad Karma,
Yep.
Destroy She Said, Heaven the Axe.
Yeah.
A lot of these bands we've talked about on the show before, and a lot of them are coming up on the show,
Yep.
so stay
Yep.
tuned. But here's some tour dates for the Rose Tattoo Melbourne tour.
Enjoy.
All right, that was just some tour dates for the Rose Tattoo tour.
Yep. Yep.
Try to get out to one of the shows and check out one of the local bands that's doing all the supports.
Yeah.
There's a few more. The Deep End,
Yeah.
HMAS Vendetta.
Yep.
Yeah, there's quite a few great Melbourne bands that are going to be doing supports. So.
And on one point I want to make, it's great to see an iconic band getting or using a lot of the unsigned local pool of talent to have the supports. I'm loving that fact. It's so much better done in that respect than a lot of the other bigger tours that are going on at the moment. So
Definitely.
Congratulations to the promoters of this particular tour.
Yep. Okay. Now let's have a look at our interview that we did with Pistenbroke while we were over in Adelaide.
Yes, we did mention we were going to throw this out last week, so
Yep.
enjoy.
All right, so tell us a bit about how Pistenbroke started.
We just got together, you know, there's a couple more just jamming out, I think with some Motorhead covers at the start there. Just had an idea to maybe get a band together to pretty much cause a stir, bring back some of the old rock that's pretty much missing these days. And just keep it simple, some good Aussie rock. And it's been surprising, you know, how well the band's been taken off and building up over the time. You know, in the short time that we've been together, we've got really good following and a lot of endeavours that we're planning to do, and we've got more to plan. So, yeah, it's just the four of us got together and beated out some tunes and put a lot of Aussie into it, a lot of lyric and a lot of slang, a lot of tongue-in-cheek stuff, and it seems to be going well. You know, we're kind of write about stuff that people don't talk about, and everybody's experienced it, so we're putting it out through music, and it's probably the best way to get the message out.
You guys play a real old school style of music?
It's because we're old.
I can Influences of Motorhead and Rose Tattoo. Are they?
Yep.
Got
Yeah.
any other influences between you all?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Kiss is a big influence. Yes.
Actually, I don't know if many people know of a band called Chrome Division and Carburetors over in Norway. If you listen to those two bands, they have very, very big influence on what we're doing. But yeah, usually like the Motorhead and Rose Tattoo comes up because everyone knows them.
And
Yeah. And
Rose
obviously
Tattoo
Kiss.
and Pete Wells, which is gods. And,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
Australian
right.
bands like, I don't know if you guys remember a band called Heaven from the 80s, just amazing. That was
Yeah.
when Australian rock was great, you know, so that's my influences. And Ace Frehley, just God.
Yeah, it's kind of, like we like to go by the concept like Kiss has as well, like having 4 frontmen rather than just the one, you know what I mean? So everybody's got their own kind of identity and everybody adds to the mix of the band. So yeah, it's but instead of being Americanised, we're definitely 100% Australianised. So it's good.
When it comes to writing songs, do you guys put your heads together and come up with the songs together, or do you all work alone and jam it out?
Usually, like, I write and Pete writes most of it, and then like some songs you just come together and you write them 100% yourself. Pete came up with a really cool song the other day, and it's going to be great, It's great lyrics, great everything. Just needed that little bit, and we jammed it at rehearsal, and I just chucked a riff on it, and it's monstrous, It's really good. So that's a co-write. So it just happens, And then we have old songs that you dig up from your back catalogue, and songs that we wrote last week, So definitely the one thing we're not lacking is original or new songs, So.
You mentioned your age before. What do you think the difficulties is with trying to get a band off the ground as older blokes as opposed to a younger band that's out there?
Wheelchair access. I think it's easier when you're younger. You've got more drive and you've got more energy, but then you don't have the other things you need, which is like some common sense and some money and things like that. Because once again, money makes the world revolve. And you know what you want, and you work harder. I work harder now and play better than I did 10 years ago. 10 years ago, I thought I was on top of my game, guitar-wise, but I'm not. It's just you kind of get more mature, and there gets kind of a sense of urgency about it as well, which is like, we've all said this is really our last run around. Probably it's mine because I just don't have it to keep getting back up again.
Yeah.
And I think I'm very lucky that that I found this band at kind of when I was considering the end of my career, that I found this band that had really just rejuvenated me and made me want to play again. But after this, I can't see, not unless I get that phone call from, a reunited Pantera or something. This is it for me, So
I think the other difference is that like the girls now that we see at our shows have their belly buttons between their breasts where they used to be.
That's purely pizza.
That's not our wives, though.
Not reflected by the rest of us.
Hey, you're on your own there, bro.
Do not cut that out. I'll give you $20 a piece not to cut that out.
Yeah, on that note, I was going to say, being the age I am, I can't walk around with my shirt off anymore.
You wore that leather vest with no shirt underneath.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, what was that?
That was one of the
As much as you might want to rip the shirt off at a strip club gig, for example.
That's right, I nearly had a bird off.
That was one of the stipulations to me joining the band. Is he never wore the leather vest again. It was just uncomfortable. Without a shirt.
But he had better tits than some of the girls that come to the shows as well.
Stop it! They're not watching this. Jesus, man.
You're not doing yourself any favour.
You're not doing yourself. It's Pete. I can't get laid, Elvie.
Cock blocker.
Could be a generic this whole question, but tell us how the name for the band came about. I know you guys say that it's a way of life. Is that all there is to it?
You got that, Donnie? You want me?
Donnie can answer this.
Pretty much, like, just come around as, I just like the idea of being Pistenbroke. Not so much broke, but, that's it is. It's a way of life. Pretty much, I'm always fucking broke. It's, we had a different spelling to start with. Then we thought, it looked a bit too cover band, so we changed it around a bit. And,
Actually, it wasn't the original concept. It was actually Pistenbroke.
Yeah.
That was the original one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was Pistenbroke, but that name was actually registered in England. So then it went to Pist.N.Broke. But yeah, like.
Then
they
I
say
joined it. And I just hated it. I hated
Yeah,
the fucking. It was too much
I
like
like
Guns
it.
N' Roses
Guns.
and like
Yeah.
you know, so Cats and Boots.
But I think it's another thing. I think it's another of those
They was
things
a good
coming
band
down.
from the 80s, Cats and Boots.
I think it's another of those things coming down to our age. You know, like we can take the piss out of ourselves. You know, and it's fun. You know, and Pistenbroke. Everybody's been Pistenbroke. You know,
Yes.
and so yeah, and you know, you can put a car thing in it, piston, whatever it is. But you know, it's
that was the original concept.
Pistenbroke.
But,
Yeah.
yeah.
What about
It's
this?
Pistenbroke, yeah.
It is it is. It's about like you know, it's not art. You know, anyone who says rock and roll's art and you know, you're full of shit, dude. It's about having some beers and cranking it up and having a good time. You know, so we have as much fun. Well, I do at the moment rehearsing as we playing live. You know, because it's about playing and being as good as you can and just fucking on. You know, and that's what it's about.
we're about to probably change the name in about a year or two. It's going to be Piston Rich. That's
Yeah.
what we're hoping. No worries, guys. Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Alrighty, so that was our Pistenbroke interview that we did in Adelaide, and this is about to turn into a big Pistenbroke love fest. To be honest,
Yeah, just about. And I reckon the guys at Pistenbroke are going to love this part of it.
absolutely.
Now, just bear in mind that interview is only a small portion of what we took, so the rest of that will be coming up in the coming days, I guess, on the channel. So keep your eyes
Absolutely.
out for that.
Yep.
Yep.
It was a great interview, a lot of fun to record as well.
That was a great day in general with
Yeah.
those guys. It was a blast. Had a great time with them. So
Definitely.
yeah,
But now we want to talk about their debut EP, which is called The First One.
fittingly.
Fantastic
Oh yeah.
for a debut EP.
Yep.
If you're a fan of Rose Tattoo, who we mentioned before, or a fan of Motorhead,
Yeah.
definitely check these guys out. Get a hold of one of the band members on Facebook,
Yep.
and they'll sort you out with selling you a copy of the CD.
Yeah.
Uh,
Worth it.
Definitely. 4 tracks on it, and I couldn't pick a favourite on there if I tried to.
It's too hard. They're all good songs, and they fit whatever mood you're in, hands down. You're not going to have any trouble. You whack this on, I don't care if you're happy, you're pissed off, whatever it is. This particular EP debut is going to just suit whatever mood you can
Yep.
possibly be in.
Now, yeah, out of the 4 tracks, Forever in Black, very, very, very Motorhead moment.
Yes, it is.
It's got a real Lemmy feel to it.
Yeah, and the riff and
Yeah.
all that stuff, yeah, it just ties in perfectly with that kind of stuff.
Manhole.
Yeah. Now, yeah, there's a story in that song, which is really good. I like the fact that they try and tell a story, and they like to base a lot of their songs on real life experiences, and that shows through in this song.
Definitely.
Yep.
Riding the Breeze,
Yep. Right in the breeze.
and rock
Good luck.
out with your cock out.
And I think that
Pretty
pretty
much-
much sums it up.
Speaks for itself.
Yeah.
And this,
Awesome song too.
oh, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely,
Yeah.
very, very cool song.
Yep.
I don't even really know what to say about it. I can't keep sitting here and talking about how cool it is. It's just a really cool EP.
Yeah.
I mean,
Now it's one of those ones. It's driving. It's got a bluesy influence.
Yeah.
I mean, when we talk to the guys, we talk about all their different influences, and Kiss was a major influence for pretty much all of them, I
Yeah.
believe, from memory. And it's funny that you don't really hear a lot of the Kiss influence, but just that rhythm. It's just driving all the time, and it really is a story of 4 parts coming together to make one great, big, perfect whole.
yeah, definitely.
I reckon yeah, just I don't know. It's awesome.
Let's throw to Manhole and let
Yep.
the music speak for itself.
And this footage is what we took from their gig in Melbourne at Explicit, which
Explicit Gentlemen's Club,
was which was a great venue to us. So
Yes.
thank you to them.
definitely.
But yeah,
But yeah, this is Manhole. It's off Pistenbroke's debut EP, the first one. So check it out.
Thank
All right, that was Manhole by Pistenbroke. That from the debut EP, the first one.
Yes.
Now they've just booked in a gig as the support for German thrash band Destruction.
Yes.
And here's a look at some of their other tour dates that are coming up.
It's the deal that we all get. Roll the dice, no future is set. There is a plan, there's only time. I've seen it all, the meaning is mine.
All right. Now, there's not really a lot left to say about this EP, this band in general.
Well, I think the fact that we're lost for words kind of does the talking for us. I mean, usually you and I especially have so much to say that you can't shut us up. This time around, we're like gobsmacked and we love it.
I think, honestly, this CD works if you're in a good mood, if you're in a bad mood, if you're driving the car, if you're at work. It's just...
If you're sitting back having a couple of cans at home, whatever it might be that you want to do, it's a EP for all seasons, so to speak, I guess. So
perfect music for any occasion.
Yeah, except maybe a wedding.
I don't know.
Depends on the person, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe a biker wedding.
Rock out with your cock out at the wedding. Yeah, that works.
But yeah, we really can't say any more about it, and we can't really say any more about the band. We're huge fans of them.
They're fantastic guys as well. So
great fun to hang out with, and we look forward to hanging out with them again.
So thank you to the guys for putting so much time with us.
Absolutely.
Through the gig and through our time in Adelaide with them.
Yep.
Pete, again, for putting us up. Congratulations for that support gig, because that's awesome news for you guys, so well done.
Yep.
Couldn't be more right for you.
But I guess the last thing to say is definitely get a copy of it and check it out for yourself.
Yep, enjoy it. And I guess with a little treat.
Well, just want to throw out there that in the next few weeks we're going to have some interviews with some bands coming up. We've got some Melbourne bands, Detroit, she said, Shots Fired, Seppuku.
Yep.
We're also doing an interview with a Canadian band, The Trues.
Yep.
And they're playing at the Cherry Bar 3 nights in a row. Dead Star Renegade and Arcane Saints, who we've covered on the show before, are going to be the support acts.
Yep.
Definitely check them out. But we've got some really good stuff coming up on the
show.
Coming episodes of the show.
So definitely stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. We've got a giveaway going at the moment, so get on it.
But I guess we'll just leave it right here and leave the final words up to our friends.
Yep.
So this is Pistenbroke giving you the final word.
Drink up and rock on!
We're going to be fucking cameos in this episode.